Welcome to our laughter class today. I'm Chamundai, the laughter lawyer, and this is the Chamundai channel where we uplift our mood with laughter. We remember our spiritual connection as well and bring forth joy and happiness, letting go of stress. So they are the themes of today. If you are new to laughter class, then you'll find that during this time that we have together, we laugh for no reason at all. And so it's not really the same as comedy. Comedy is wonderful, and comedy for the purpose of laughter, I think, is amazing. However, there's times where you may not have comedy accessible or nothing's funny. And so what happens in this class is we train our bodies to remember that laughing is as natural as breathing. And that's something that I tend to repeat quite a lot, that laughing is as natural as breathing. So we can all breathe in. Let's do it now together. Big breath in and breathe out. Okay, so that's easy, right? It's a natural thing. And in fact, breathing happens in the background even when we're not focusing on it. However, laughing often is parked, and we often wait until we think something's funny. But in fact, the capacity to laugh and the laughter impulse is not connected to humor. If that was the case, it would not be possible to laugh when nothing's funny, and yet we can. I shall demonstrate right now. There's nothing particularly funny happening at this moment. See, so laughing laughing happens on command. Now, I know you could be all sitting there thinking, okay, that's weird. Why is she laughing? But the thing is, we don't need a reason to laugh. Who's ever said that laughing can only happen when something's funny? And the founder of Mind Valley, Vishen Lakhiani, has a great book, in which he talks about, he calls them brules, Brules, and they are the BSHIT. You can imagine the word, the rules that are rubbish, right? They're the rubbish rules. So someone decided at some point in time in our society, I don't know quite how it happened, someone decided that laughing only belongs with comedy or with jokes or with something being funny or with humor. But this is not true. As I have just demonstrated, laughing can happen for no reason at all. And that's what this class is about. So you don't need to worry. I won't be telling you any jokes, which is lucky because I usually can't remember them. And if I did tell you jokes, you'd probably notice that if you came back week after week to this class and I told you the same jokes, who thinks they would be funny? No, they wouldn't be, right? So this is the benefit of laughing without jokes or humor, and laughing only because we choose to laugh without comedy or humor means that we don't have to find anything funny. And that gives our sense of humor a little time to have a rest. So we can park our sense of humor. We can park our idea that laughing only happens when something's funny. And we can know that we don't even need to be happy to laugh. Of course, it's usually easier to laugh when you feel happy. But once you train yourself to laugh for no reason, it's something you can just pull on and do whenever you need to. And so, of course, before a class like this, I would be walking around the house in the morning practicing my laughter. And we'll do a little bit now. And so I'll answer lots of questions at the end. We will get into the actual laughing exercises now. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Chamundai, the laughter lawyer. And if you'd seen me 30 years ago, I was a stressed out lawyer. I did lots of court work. I got separated and divorced, and I had two children, and I was busy and I was stressed and I didn't laugh at all. I was always grumpy. And one day I was coming home from a court case and I prayed, please, God, I'm sick of being a lawyer. What do you want me to do now? And into my head came the idea, or God talked, whichever you prefer. I like the God talk to me one. And the idea came in, start a laughter club. And so that idea that came into my head, start a laughter club, took me on a journey to discover laughter yoga. Then if you go, all right, all of that was happening 30 years ago. Then 20 years ago, I had discovered laughter yoga. I discovered Dr. Kataria, the founder of laughter yoga, and I had started running laughter groups like this for no, with laughter for no reason. And then 15 years ago, there I had a business. I was working in organizations, giving laughter workshops in law firms, insurance companies, banks, charity organizations, free laughter classes at the park. When Zoom came along, of course, we hopped on Zoom. And so what I discovered in this time is that we often park our laughter, especially in business. I was a stressed out lawyer, as I say, especially in professions and business in our work. We park we park the laughter because we're busy and we've got to be serious. And the truth is we don't, that the more we have humor and laughter in our work, the more productive we are, the less stressed we are, the less stress-related illnesses. And so that's how I dedicated my life then to bringing laughter into every single day as a tool that we can use. It's a health tonic. It's great for your immune system. It helps your heart rate. It helps your blood sugar stabilize. It just does so many things. It reduces our cortisol. It helps us not get sick. It boosts the immune system. It goes on, lowers your blood pressure. The benefits, of course, it's an antidepressant and it helps you to feel happy. So now, with all of that explained and an understanding that today's laughter is not connected to humor, comedy, or jokes. It's laughing for no reason. If it feels a little bit awkward at first, that's fine. Just relax, do whatever you feel comfortable with. And as we get into the laughter exercises, there'll be some times that I might just say, if you'd like to unmute and we can laugh together, feel free to do that. And you don't have to. You can have your camera on or off. And as I said, because of the recording, if you want to have your camera off, that's fine. But of course, we love to see each other laughing. All right, so we're going to start and do whatever's comfortable for your body. So adjust anything that I show you. We're going to start with some breathing exercises. And if you're comfortable and easy to stand up, it can be good to stand up for this one. And we're going to breathe in. And then we're just going to breathe out. Ah, good. One more breath in. And this time as you breathe out, ha, 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 ha. All you're going to do is repeat everything after me, copy what I'm doing. Don't even think about why. I'll explain why later. Breathe in and breathe out. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Little bit of shaking. Ha, 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 ha. One more big breath in. And this time when you breathe out, you're going to laugh. Just fake it till you make it. Ha, ha, ha. Then give yourselves a clap and say, very good, very good. And then say, yay, arms up above your head. It's like the victory pose. It's very empowering. Do it once more. This is called childlike playfulness. Very good, very good. Yay, well done. Let's do one more. Very good, very good. Yay, well done, everybody. So this part, we're warming up. We're warming up the body to laugh. We're giving the body the idea that it's okay to laugh. Nothing's going to happen. We're safe. It's all good. Laughing is a normal thing, and it's a natural activity. As it's really, laughing is a combination of breathing, sound, and movement. So breathing, making some sounds, ha 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 ha, and moving the body. Movement's always engaged. Laughing comes from movement. It's very hard to laugh if you're stiff. Try it. Even I can't laugh when I'm not moving. The stiff laughter doesn't really work. All right. So I am going to, oh, good, just checking in case I'm missing anything. All right, so we're going to do a little bit more movement and we're working up to more and more laughter as we move through the class. So now we're going to do a little bit of shaking. Shaking is very good for resetting the nervous system, releasing tension. And again, you can shake and laugh. It's good to, if you're able to stand up in your space, you can stand up and shake, ha ha ha, shake your legs, ha ha ha, do the whole body shake. Shake your head too. Again, do what's comfortable for your body. You take care of yourself. Ha 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 ha. Shake your hands. Ha ha ha. Stamp your feet. Ha 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 ha. You're welcome to do this sitting down or standing up, whatever's more comfortable. Stamping your feet. Ha 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 ha. Give the whole body a good shake. Ha 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 ha. And then one more breath in. And as you breathe out, good. Well done, everyone. Couple more breathing exercises. We're going to breathe in with our arms up to the side like this. And as we breathe in, we're going to put our arms in. And as you breathe out with laughter, you're going to let the arms go and bring out the laughter. So breathing in, holding the breath for a minute, and then breathing out, putting your arms down with the laughing. Once more, breathing in, breathing out with laughter. Breathing in, holding, and then breathing out. And then give yourselves another clap and say, very good, very good. Yay! Once more. Very good, very good. Yay! That's our childlike playfulness at work. Well done, everyone. You're doing so well. Big breath in and breathing out. Good. Well done. Now, at this point, we might have a little check-in with how you're feeling. And so it's good to take a moment to pause. If it's easy to close your eyes, not if hopefully you're not driving the car while you're trying to laugh. So just closing your eyes and just tune into how you're feeling. What are you thinking with all this laughing that we've started to do with the breathing? Just get a sense of how you're feeling. You might be aware of energy moving. You might be aware of a bit of tingling, or might be nothing at all. That's whatever it is perfect. And give your feeling and your general mood right now a number from 0 to 10. The number will just pop into your mind from your intuition. So it could be 0 if you're not feeling great. It could be 10 if you feel amazing. It could be somewhere in the middle. And during the class, we're going to check in to see whether that number changes for you. So you just make a note of that number. Hopefully you'll remember it. If you don't, doesn't matter, get another number. Good. All right. And at any time, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat. I may not actually answer them as we go, although occasionally I notice them. Otherwise, I will definitely answer them at the end of our class. We tend to keep the laughing momentum going as best we can. But if there's anything you're noticing happening or any questions, yep, feel free to share them. I'm going to just check in case there's anything. Buzzing in the body and the third eye. Yes, Rhonda. It's amazing, isn't it, how quickly that happens, and we've only done a couple of laughs. Like we've only done a couple of minutes. Yeah, and starting to feel very happy. Yep, lovely. Thanks, Angie. Yeah, thanks. It's great to some opening of the intercostal and spinal joints, Sarah. Wow. Oh, we've got very aware people in class who, I mean, I normally feel some buzzing and tingling quite quickly, but not everybody does that. So we're all different in how, how we're connected. And also we're different in our moods. You might come back next week and have a different experience again. Not next week, next month. I won't be here next week. All right, let's do a little bit more laughing. And now we're going to do a little bit of crossing over the right and left halves of the body, which, as you may know, activates the different parts of the brain. So we do it with laughing. Ha 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 ha. Tapping down the left arm. Ha 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 ha. Right arm. Ha 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 ha. Tap on the head. Ha, 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 ha. And then again, you might want to stand up and you're doing different hips. So going crossing over. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. And then your knees. Ha, 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 ha. Opposite hand to opposite side. Ha, 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 ha. And do your feet. Oh, I can't lift mine up high enough to the camera. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Elbows. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Do it as quickly as you can now. Elbows, arms, shoulders, top of the head. Ha 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 ha. Ha. Hips. Ha ha. Knees. Ha 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 ha. Hips. Ha 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 ha. Elbows. Ha 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 ha. Shoulders. And then say, very good, very good. Yay! And a big breath. And breathing out. Well done, everybody. Doing great. A little bit more tapping down the body. Tapping, waking up all the body with laughing. Ha 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 ha. Down the legs. Ha 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 ha. Tapping on the chest, waking up the heart. Ha ha ha. It's good to wake up our heart. Brings a lot of joy when our heart is open. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Tapping down the back of the body. Ha ha ha. Give yourself a pat on the back. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Tapping, waking up the head like raindrops. Ha 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 ha. Tapping all around the face. Ha ha ha. Ho, 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 ho. Under the chin. Ha 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 ha. And then give yourselves another clap. Childlike playfulness again. Very good. Very good. Yay! Once more. Very good. Very good. Yay! That was my low voice. Big breath in. And breathing out. Ha. One more big breath in. And breathing out. Ha 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 ha. We're going to now do a little bit of laughing sounds in the different parts of the body. If you've been standing up and moving around, it's very, very good. And if at any time you just feel a little tired and you need to sit down, look after yourself totally, you can do all the exercises sitting. Some of them are good to be running around, but that's all optional. Laughing sounds, one is the throat, one is the heart area, the chest, and one's on the belly. So the throat, you're going to make laughing sounds of hee hee hee. So you're going to touch your throat. Try that with me. Touch your throat. Laughing sounds hee 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 hee. Good. On the chest, ha 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 ha. And the belly, Santa. Ho 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 ho. And then what we're going to do is each time you move your hand, you'll make the sound for where your hand is located on your body. So if you're touching your throat, you'll be saying hee hee hee. If you're touching your heart, you'll be saying ha ha ha. And if you're touching the belly, the stomach area, you'll be saying ho ho ho. And the idea is as you move, it'll be like this. Hee hee hee, ha ha ha, ho ho ho. Hee hee hee, ha ha ha, ho ho ho. Ho ho ho, ha ha ha, hee hee hee. Ho ho ho, ha ha ha, ho ho ho. So get yourself very confused and then just laugh out loud by the end. So we'll just start slowly and we'll get faster and faster. We'll go down now, down and up to get the rhythm, and then you can mix it up as you like. So hee hee hee, hee hee hee, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ho ho ho, ho ho ho, ho ho ho, ha ha ha, hee hee hee, ha ha ha, ho ho ho, ho ho ho, ha ha ha, hee hee hee, hee hee hee, ha ha ha, hee hee. Mix it up. Ha ha ha, hee hee hee, ha ha ha, ho ho ho, ha ha ha, ho ho ho, ha ha, ho ho ho. Get faster. Hee ha ha ho, hee ha ha ho, ha ha ho, ha ha ho, ha ha ha, ho 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 ho, ha ha ha, hee. Ho ho ha ha ho ho ha ha. I forgot where I am. hee hee hee, ha ha, hee hee, ha ha, hee hee, ha. And then just laugh for no reason. Big breath in. Ha 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 ha. Big breath in and breathing out. Well done, everybody. All right. Now, take a moment to close your eyes. We've had a few more minutes of laughing now. And again, tuning in. How are you feeling? Noticing any sensations in the body. What's the mind doing? Is the mind telling you this is silly and weird, or is it just gone blank? Occasionally, emotions come up during laughter, and that's okay. Just notice them, breathe them. And then ask for your number again and notice whether your number has changed. And if you want to share in the chat whether your number has changed, we do find often the number does change during class. Doesn't have to. And then let me know if anyone's number's changed. I never knew there was love deal. Your mind is trying to run the show. I know. How funny is that? Yes, the mind likes to say a lot. Yes, allergy cough from deep laughter. Yeah. I actually had a bit of that going on as well. Happy to chat at the end about that. It's definitely releasing from the lungs, and there's a lot of energetic and esoteric reasons around the lungs and what's happening. So I think a lot releases in the lungs, and yeah, even the whole asthma, there's probably some different causes of that as well. So it is very good. Oh, yes. Yes, it can feel exhausting. Yes, if you've had a lot of emotional events happening, you can definitely start to feel a bit exhausted by the laughter, and just relax and take it easy. Often later you will feel energized, but it can, because it is an actual physical activity that we're doing laughing, so it can be a bit exhausting. However, generally, because it releases oxytocin, endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, especially the dopamine helps us to feel happy, and the serotonin balances. So it can be good, but I also think be very mindful of your personal situation and what you're going through. And so do as much as you want, rest. Like if you're feeling exhausted, just rest and do the laughing and the breathing, and do whatever works for you. Very good. Thanks for that. It's great, that sharing. Thank you. All right, let's do a little bit more. And if you're feeling energized, and don't worry about what your mind is saying, just let your mind know, thank you for sharing. So your mind says, I don't want to do it like this. I want to do that. You go, thank you for sharing. And then it might say, this is silly. Why are we doing that? Go, thank you for sharing, and carry on. Carry on regardless. Now we're going to confuse the mind so it won't talk after this exercise. This is the how to switch off a mind that is telling you things that you don't really want it to share with you. It's called gibberish. It is actually a scientific exercise, and there's quite a bit of research around gibberish. And what it does is we're going to speak in nonsense. And as we speak in that nonsense, the brain is not able to understand the words. So foreign languages don't work. It needs to be nonsense. It needs to be sounds that don't have a meaning. And then the brain will actually switch off into different brainwave patterns. And for most people, you'll find at the end of some gibberish, the mind is actually very clear and calm, and it's not telling you anything at all, which is a great blessing usually for most people's minds. All right, so here's some gibberish. Galijili baby de koppeja. Baba kishela baba de kupu. Baba dudu gupa baby. Habidi kupu blabli. Blablu zulu gu zulu gu. Blajili kaba de kishela kaba de gobulu zulu blah blah. Galishila kaba de go. So practice some gibberish. If you want to walk around, imagine you're talking to people in a nonsense language, or playing with children, if that makes it easier, and that you're all talking in nonsense. Give it a go as best you can. If you're unsure, just make sounds. blah, 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 blee, blah, ga, ga, ju, ju, ba, ba, bo. Just make sounds and then try and run them together so they get faster. Blah, blee, shulaka, blah, 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 blee, blue, blue. Blee, la, la, shulaka, blue, loo, blue, loo, blue, blue, blah, ish, la, kali, chi, chi, kala, kali. Chai, chi, chuku, chuku, pa, badi, kali, si, kala, kali, si, kali, shuku, blue, blue. Hazili, kali, kiti, chuku, poo, poo. Alakasi. If you want to unmute and do gibberish together, feel free. You can do it. I often think when I was a lawyer and I talked to my clients, this is how I actually sounded to them. Blah, 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 blah. We're up in court. And then say, very good, very good, yay. Very good, very good, yay. If you found the gibberish easy, put an E in the chat. And if you found it hard, put H, because it's quite interesting. Some people find it very easy and some people find it very difficult, and there's no right or wrong. If you want to practice it, though, it really switches off the thinking mind. It's just quite miraculous. So let me see, what was that? Yay, lots of people found it easy. That's okay. And you definitely, it's like I say, there's no right or wrong whether you find it easy or hard. But you will get a gibberish certificate if you practice. You can make yourself one and put it on your wall to remind you to be silly and funny when you're at work or at home. You can also do gibberish if you really want to get into it and you enjoy doing gibberish and you find it easy. You can do different emotions of gibberish. So again, this is meant to be fun and playful. So I can do angry gibberish. So if you want to try a little bit of angry gibberish for a minute, it's a good way if you actually feel angry, but you can't really express it in the moment. It's quite a good therapy to go, because what happens is it's so ridiculous, you start laughing at yourself. The other one that's good is like a laughing tantrum, where you stamp your feet and your hands like you're a child having a tantrum, but you actually laugh. So try that one with me too. It's very hard to stay angry when you're laughing. Well, actually, your body can only experience one emotion at a time. And that's one of the powers of laughing. If you engage your laughter and it starts to change your mood, it automatically removes other moods. So it is a very powerful technique. All right, let's have a big breath in and breathing out. Well done, everyone. Now we have warmed up. We're going to do a little bit of a clapping exercise, which is also part of a warming up. So we're going to clap in a rhythm of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So try those numbers with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And you're having a little bit of side to side body movement happening here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well done. Now we're going to say ho ho, ha ha ha. So 2 on the ho ho for the 1, 2, ho ho, and then 3, ha ha ha. Ho ho, ha ha ha. Ho ho, ha ha ha. Good. And then we're going to do the other side. Ho ho, ha ha ha. 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 Well done. Now we're going to walk around a little bit if it's easy in your space, and make sure that there's clear space around you. Imagine that you're walking around your room and you're clapping. If we were together in a physical group, we would walk around and we would be saying ho ho ha 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 and looking at each other and laughing and repeating the sounds of ho ho ha ha ha. So we're going to walk around a little bit. Ho ho ha ha ha. 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 Ho, ho, ha, ha, 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 ha. Well done, everybody. Now another big breath in and breathing out. Well done. Now, the next little bit is a slightly different version of saying ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. So we're going to press the hands out in front of you, ho, ho, and then downwards, ha, ha, ha. So this is also very good for the diaphragm. It releases a lot of stress and tension. Sometimes we'll release emotions as well. But if you can actually get faster and faster, and it's quite, again, it's quite therapeutic. So we start off slowly, ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. If you want to be standing up, it would be ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Makes it a bit more powerful if you're standing up. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. And then you can get faster. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. 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 And then if you just do two, ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, ha, you can get even faster. See how fast you can get. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, ha. Big breath in. And laugh it out. Ha, 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 ha. Well done, everybody. One more big breath in. And laugh it out. Ha 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 ha. A little bit of shaking. Ha 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 ha. Well done. The other way to use laughter in every day is to engage your daily activities like packing for a holiday or making a cup of tea, the things that we would do, everyday activities, turning on the taps, opening the fridge, sweeping the floor, vacuuming the floor, anything that you do, making the bed, you can add laughing to it, even if it's just a little bit of like ha 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 ha. As you do that over time, your body will get really used to laughing quite easily and you'll be able to uplift your mood really quickly. And this, I think, just with everything that's going on in the world, the capacity to have charge of your own happiness, like to be in charge of your own happiness, so that no one can take away your happiness, no one can take away your laughter, no one can stop you laughing, no one can make you laugh, no one can make you be happy, but you're in charge of all of your emotions. And why not be in charge of your ability to help yourself to be happy whenever you want to? And of course, we have to experience different things in life, and there's times to not be happy. That's totally fine. However, why should we not have an on switch for happiness when we just want to be happy? Like it's a choice, it's a personal choice. So I'm here to empower you to be happy whenever you want. And if you lose touch, just hop on one of my social media channels and tune into one of the laughing videos. There's lots on YouTube. These classes go onto YouTube. And so I've totally forgotten where I started with all of that. Oh, I know. Everyday activities. Thank you. Somebody probably said it. So let's pretend that we're making a cup of tea with a tea bag and we're laughing. Ha 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 ha. So imagine, we usually do imagination. We don't normally bring the actual cup. Imagine you're holding a cup and you're putting in a tea bag and you're laughing. Ha 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 ha. You might have a coffee bag. Ha 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 ha. You might be making frothy milk with one of those cappuccino ones, or you might be, those plungers that you can make frothy milk with. Ha ha ha. Or you might be at your coffee shop buying a nice cappuccino or a latte. And you might be just turning on the tap to wash up. Washing up might not be an exciting activity. You might be thinking, oh, got to wash up. But then you turn on the taps and you start laughing. Imagine you turning on the taps on your sink and you're laughing. Or maybe it's one of those lifting up taps. It's hardly any of those other sort of taps anymore. And then maybe you're making yourself some toast. If anyone eats toast, you put the bread in the toaster and you're waiting for it. Ha 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 ha. And then all of a sudden it pops out. Ha 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 ha. You have to catch it. You know those toasters, sometimes it pops right up and you have to catch it. That might be only my toaster. All right, big breath in and breathing out. We do often do a little bit of a morning sequence if you want to bring laughing into your everyday activities as a form of a habit. It's pretty well impossible to do any new activity or action unless it becomes a habit because human behavior follows habits. So if you want to start a laughter habit, it's really good to tie it to activities that you already do. So you wake up in the morning, you're in bed, you can open your eyes, you can take in a big breath, and you can go, ha, 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 ha. It's going to be a great day. Have a little vision of a great day. Ha, ha, ha. You can put your feet on the floor, you turn around, get out of bed, but before you stand up, you might want to put your feet on the floor. As your feet touch the floor, ha, 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 ha. You can do your feet one like that on the floor with a bit of laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Then you can stand up. Big breath. Ha 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 ha. Do a little bit of shaking. Ha 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 ha. And then you can start your morning routine, whether that's going to the bathroom, making tea, making coffee, whatever it is that you do, simply add some laughing sounds to the activities. And what happens is, if you did that every day, even just for a week, you would find your mood so light. You would find your way of looking at things so positive. You will start to see the positive. When I first started doing laughter yoga, one of the biggest things I found was the way I would see things as funny when I would have been annoyed. And one example is that my children decided one day that they would make a play at home. They were kind of like 6 and 8 or something like that. They thought they'd make a play, and my daughter was into drama, and so she needed to make a proper stage, and it needed a backdrop. And the backdrop was my good sheet off my bed, but it needed a bit of decoration, so it needed a permanent marker to draw on the sheet. Which she proudly displayed to me. Here's my best sheet with permanent marker. I can't remember what was drawn on it, faces or something. And I looked at it, and the impulse, like potential annoyance, was there, but I just burst out laughing and we all laughed. And I thought, well, what else is a good sheet for but to hang up as a backdrop in a play? One day we were leaving the house and someone went to close the fridge and the milk fell out. Myself and both my children, we looked at it, we looked at each other, and we all just burst out laughing. We still had to clean it up. So it helps the mood, it helps the perspective on things. And there is actual research on that. It's because of the way the right and left hemispheres of the brain connect that you start to see things in a more holistic way. You see a bigger picture of things. It's a little hard to explain. There's quite a bit of science about how laughing changes how we see things. So if you look at those puzzles where, like you see an old lady, then you see a young girl, if you then laugh and look, you'll see it all differently. Yeah, so it's very interesting. All right, last bit of laughter, then we'll do some meditation and relaxation. So one of our lovely people today said they were going on a holiday, so I thought we should do the holiday laughter. And it starts with packing your suitcase with laughing. So you're grabbing everything, ha, 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 throwing it all in the suitcase, ha, 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 or rolling it up if you're a rolling up person, rolling it up, putting it in. I'm a rolling up person, rolling it up. Or putting it inside those special cubes, opening them up, putting the things in, ha, 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 putting it in the case. Once you've got the case zipped up, you might need to sit on it. Ha, 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 ha. Then there's a special airport laugh if you're going to the airport or the train station or even just to your car. You're going to pretend you grab your suitcase and you're going to run with laughter to the car like this. So if you've got space to run around, do a little bit of running around. Imagine you're wheeling your suitcase and off you go with your running laughter. And then sit down and have a little rest. Big breath in and breathing out. Ha 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 ha. And then before we finish and have our last check-in, we're going to do 1 minute of laughing for no reason at all. My watch here says it's time to laugh, and it's written on the face. It says it's time to laugh. The Laughter Yoga used to sell these watches. Unfortunately, they don't sell them anymore, but they might come back. So the face of the watch says it's time to laugh, and there's some laughing faces on it. So we're going to time 1 minute, and we're all going to laugh for no reason at all. I'll tell you when to start. Get ready, breathe in, breathe out. Ha, off we go. Ha, 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 ha. Now, if you want to laugh for 1 minute, you don't know how, imagine someone's going to give you $1 million if you laugh for 1 minute. Then see if you can do it. Give it your best shot. $1 million. How easy. Keep going a bit longer. I'm waiting for my $1 million. Keep going. If anyone wants to unmute while we're laughing, I forgot to say that, and then keep laughing. We've got to the end of the minute. Well done, everyone. If you want to unmute and laugh for another minute or just a few seconds, that would be lovely. I can hear you all then. Give you a sore face. Well done, everyone. You're amazing. Very good. Let's say this together. Very
Very
good.
good.
Very good.
Yay.
Once more. Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Yay!
Third time lucky. Very good. Very
Very
good.
good.
Yay!
Yay.
Well done. Now, that was beautiful and amazing. And what we're going to do now, I've just remuted you because we're going to do a little bit of meditation, which is probably good to, if you're, hopefully most of you are in a place where you can close your eyes for a few minutes. And also just before that, I want you to check in and see how your number is going, that number that was giving you an idea of how you're feeling. Let me know whether that's changed during the time that we've been together. Oh, mine's changed. Mine's gone up. Let me know whether it's changed. And also just how you're generally feeling as you do that little tune into yourself. Very good. Yep. Oh, well done. Yeah, some people have gone way up. And look, it can be very different even from day to day and week to week. I have noticed something of interest though. I've noticed that when people do 3 classes, There's kind of like the law of threes in spirituality, and also I think something to do with our system and getting used to the fact that it can be a little bit strange at first, and our mind might be saying this is a bit weird. But after three classes, there's a real breakthrough in how quickly you laugh and how quickly your mood changes. So if anyone has comes from, several classes, let me know. Just keep that in the back of your mind. Or if you practice a bit at home and you can watch one of these videos back, and then once you've done three classes, let me know, because I've noticed that over the years that it's been, um, yes, it can be quite strange. It's definitely a very strange thing. Um, and then the strangeness kind of weirdly goes away after a while, which is kind of, I don't know whether it's good or it's scary that it becomes no longer strange. Anyway, we're going to now have a little bit of meditation time, and then I'm happy to answer any questions or have a chat. So just taking a moment to get your body nice and comfortable. Definitely want to be sitting down or even lying down is fine for this part of the exercise. And just allowing yourself to relax. Just getting your body nice and comfortable. And just starting to be aware of your breathing. Really just noticing how you're breathing. I'm just going to put a little bit of background music. Following your breath and keeping your body quite still. Listening to the sounds. Just breathing, following the breath. And then just breathing all the way down through the body and deep into the earth. And just really breathing down into the earth from the feet. And being aware of the breath in the heart area. And as you're aware of the breath in the heart, feeling the gratitude. So taking a moment to think about anything that you're grateful for, as you just having your eyes closed and resting in the heart. So feeling that breath coming in and out of the heart center, and just reminding yourself what you're grateful for. Anything you're thankful for? And you might take a minute just to remember the laughing that we've been doing in the class. And remember a time when you were laughing really easily. It may not have been during this class, it might have been some other time. But just take your mind back to a time where laughter was just coming so easily, something, whether something was funny or it wasn't funny or whatever was happening, or you were with people who were laughing. Take your mind to that time. Remember the sensations of the laughing, the sounds. You might have been wiping away tears because you were laughing so much. You might find it's bringing a smile to your face. Might even make you start to giggle again. And remember that your mind and your imagination is a great resource. As you imagine, so life will be. If you remember laughter, even if you don't feel like laughing, remember yourself laughing, your body will start to behave as though you are laughing. And you might find yourself smiling and giggling for no reason at all. Now just imagine there's beautiful sunlight coming in from above, all the way down through the body and into the earth. And imagine it's just washing away any stress. You can imagine you're breathing it out through the body. And imagine the breath is going down deep into the earth. Just think of yourself as a tree. Trees are very solid when it's windy. They stay very stable. The trees with deep roots, they're very connected to the earth. So you can connect yourself to the earth with your breath and your imagination and your energy. So breathing down into the earth. Being aware of the navel area of the body. And with your imagination, sending lines as if it's like roots of a tree going from your navel all the way down the body and deep into the earth. And then just keep breathing down into the earth. And then when you're ready, you can start to move your fingers and toes, open your eyes, notice how you're feeling. Love to hear a little bit about how anyone's feeling. Someone mentioned that sometimes, yes, it can be a little bit hard to laugh at first because it's not something that we're used to doing, but it definitely gets easier over time after 3 classes. If anyone wants to unmute themselves and say anything, you're more than welcome. If you know how to do that, I think Ishka might be trying to unmute. I don't know if she knows how to. How'd you go, Lewis?
Oh, thank you very much, Chamundai. It's a great class today. I really enjoyed it.
Great. So good to see you. Have you noticed a difference having done a few classes now?
Yeah, I guess so. I kind of get busy and
Forget.
sort of I don't do as much as I ought to, but I always think of the classes and try and book it in when I can.
Good. Yeah. And just being here, just the fact that we've done this laughing today, every time you do a little bit more and a little bit more, it helps the body. So,
Yeah.
how did you go, Ishka, and your friend?
Yeah, my friend Helen, my neighbour.
Hi, Helen. How did you go?
Really well, thank you. Very, very interesting.
Good, good.
And for me, I can give you 1,000 reasons why my life was so miserable with my parents, but the best time was when they died because my father said, "I'm watching an ad for cameras." I said, "Dad, you're not going to need a camera in a couple of days where you're going." He said, "I'll send back photos." And then when my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and we said to the doctor that, she said, "Don't be damn stupid to do anything at my age." So after she'd passed away, I rang the doctors to cancel her next appointment. They said, "How is she?" I said, "I told you she'd cure it. She died." And, it was so funny. Life was so hard, but death was so happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love to think of it as two bookends, and let's put as much laughter in between as we can.
Totally. It's such a good thing because really, if you look at things from the spiritual perspective, then it's only in the human form that there's a death. And I know what it's like to grieve lost ones. I'm definitely not
Mm.
minimizing that at all. However, the essence, the life force is not gone. And we've all had probably experiences of feeling like those who have passed on are speaking to us or giving us messages. The life force is there in another form. So
Mm.
that's another whole conversation. I'll answer a few more
Yeah.
questions. And thank you all so much for being here.
Thank
Uh,
you.
as I say, there is that in-person event at the entrance on the 30th of August. That's this year, 2025, in case someone's watching this recording in a year's time. And there's going to be another one on the last Saturday in September as well. So if anyone wants to come in person, I'll put that on Meetup. It'll also be on my Facebook as an event. And remember to keep practicing your laughter. And I'm Chamundai, the laughter lawyer. Ha ha ha. This was the Chamundai channel.